pleasure to welcome all the participants and the distinguished audience, come listeners on this mesmerizing evening of Sunday, in the event with an initiative taken up by the English Aspirants Group to conduct debate on weekly basis. I really welcome eminent speakers and guests from different walks of life. I would like to tell you that the participants join this competition to share their knowledge and vast experience related to the subject of debate. The theme of debate is Uniform Civil Code, UCC. We have divided our participants into two teams, that is Team A and Team B. Team A, which is in favor of Uniform Civil Code, comprised of participants like Riva, Debbie, Primishi, Aaron, Pradeep, Saurabh, Sai, Kritin, Kabir, and Ice. Similarly, Team B comprised of participants who are against UCC are Shubh, Adnan, Doremi, Khushbu, Tashi, Sliko, Karan Jain. We are proud to announce and disclose that the Board of Admins of the English Aspirants Group has collectively decided to honor a winner who would have sound and sufficient knowledge, information, and a way of presentation, along with reciprocating prompt answers to the questions. So, cross your fingers till the session winds up. In all, this session has its own pattern and format, which brings uniqueness both to this session and the repeated rounds too. I would also like to thank and welcome NK, my co-host, whose endeavor in the last debate as participants encouraged herself to be a part of this new session as a host. So NK, a warm welcome. It's my pleasure to have you here as my co-host for this wonderful event. So now I would like to request NK kindly just explain the rules of this debate. NK, over to you.
Thank you, Dhruv. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dhruv. Thank you so much for giving me this beautiful opportunity and also the responsibility of explaining the rules of the debate. Here I am NK, your co-host, and obviously supporting the team A, that is in favor of UCC. So here we have two rounds. That is first round. In first round, everyone, each of the member of both of the team will given 3 minutes 30-second time, and in second round, everyone will be given 4 minute 30-second time. In first round, except the participants, all the audience will be muted by the admin of our group, and remember that you can't interrupt or counterpoint any other member of the opposition team. So you just need to give your opinion on the particular topic. You can't interrupt anyone. So keep in mind that you don't interrupt, otherwise you will be given negative points for that. And also, in second round, only six people will be selected from each of the group, from team A and team 2. 6 members of each group will be selected. And for that, Sam will ask you a question regarding the topic. So thus 2 people will be disqualified and only 6 people will be selected. So keep in mind that you don't have any negative points, or you can reply to the question if you want to really enter the second round. So, and also, if someone is having network issue, then please, you have a lifeline in both of the team I'm talking about. You have a lifeline for 15 seconds. You can replace you with another member of your team. That the person who is having network issue, you will be automatically disqualified for the second round. So I hope you have a good network connection, and best of luck everyone. And the audience are not at all allowed to speak. We welcome the audience to listen carefully, but after completion of the debate, each audience, anyone, if anyone from the audience want to share their opinion or about the debate, then they will be given 5 minutes. So we really welcome all the audience, and I hope you will be here to give your opinion after completion of the debate. So I think all the rules are have explained, but for the second round, I will be the rules of the second round will be explained after the completion of the first round. So I hope everything is clear and you have carefully heard the rules of the first round. So best of luck, everyone, from both of the team. So yeah, I think I have explained it. Dhruv, what do you say?
Yeah, NK, thanks for explaining the rules and regulations and the time durations because it should be like gained by the each and every participants without any discrimination, and it has to be so that accordingly they can put their thoughts over to the presenters. Yeah, well, I'm going to start now our intro session, that is the first round. With this particular quote, our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and the test of our own civilization. Well, NK, I would give you a chance and would like you to just call someone from your team to present their thoughts for the first round.
Yeah, I think thanks for giving us the first chance as we have Team A. And I think we have a mind blowing contestant over here, participants, and she will really break the stage with her opinion. She's a very good speaker. So we have uh, Debbie. Are you here? Sorry, but first one is I think Erin. Okay, sorry. So Erin, are you here?
Hello.
Yeah, good luck to you. And you will be given 3 minutes 30 seconds. And keep in mind that after completion of 3 minutes, our Sam Verma will interrupt you to conclude your opinion in 30 seconds. Okay? Are you ready, dear?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
Shall I start?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me introduce first the UCC, that is Uniform Civil Code. Okay, let me introduce about it. Uniform Civil Code seeks to provide one law for the entire country, like one for all and all for one, applicable to all the religions community in their personal matters such as like marriage, divorce, adoption, and many more types. It aims to ensure uniformity of law between community and religions, but also uniformity of the law within community ensure the equality between the rights of the man and the woman, the person to another person, like it's give the relation between and same. And second question arises that why do we need UCC, that is Uniform Civil Code? So the first point I can raise is like it ensure equality among citizens in the civil matter. Second, it will separate religion from social relation and personal law, thereby the su- uh, helping the cause of the national integration and ensuring harmony in the society. Uh, it provide oh sorry it 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 would provide gender justice by removing the inbuilt discriminatory individual of personal laws. A religion's neutral person law would uphold freedom of choice, especially in case of intercaste, interreligion marriage. Like if any two persons like to marriage in the intermarriage, what I'm saying. Basically, to it is difficult to uniform for the all, but as we know that we are diverse and we have the unity, that is why we are known for diversity in unit. Difficult to contain such a magnitude of civil law into a single compression. That is also very difficult. But
Last 30 seconds,
it is
Erin. Please let's sum up.
Okay. Uh, to to secure a uniform civil code has made the slow progress because of difficult in enveloping common concessions. There is need for bringing awareness through discussion and elaboration among members of various communities to reach a common ground. There is abundant scope for enhancing more such laws that are applicable in to
Time's up,
all the
guys.
regardless.
Time's up.
Oh, Aaron, thank you. Thank you for explaining. I really appreciate your confidence as you are the first person, so it does happen to everyone. So I really appreciate your confidence. Mm, I'm really thankful that you have explained what is the meaning of UCC. So Dhruv, now it's your turn. Mm,
Yeah. Thank you, NK. And I do appreciate the way Aaron came and opened up the field with his pitching words. Yeah, that was awesome. But you know, NK, when we are talking about UCC, what is happening over it? It has something that we have a blueprint with us. But when it comes to the part of implementation, we hardly have a fear that how we will going to implement. And same is happening with the UCC. I think you are also might aware about it because it is nowhere standing in the laws or the provisions, but still they are only in the words. So, what's your thinking about it, NK?
yeah, Dhruv, everything that has been installed, we just need to first start everything. Okay, everything has a beginning. So if you don't discuss about that how will you implement some rules? So we need to think upon this. We need to discuss upon this. Without discussing about it, how will you implement this? So yeah, the although it's tough to install or implement things, but first we need to start. Everything has a beginning. Yeah.
Well, okay. So, on this particular note, I would like to call somebody from Team B, that is Adnan. Adnan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Adnan, just dig the gold very well, Adnan. Best of luck.
Okay. Hello, people. Thank you all for letting me a chance to speak on this topic. As you all know, the topic is Uniform Civil Code. Uniform Civil Code is basically making a law for the entire country, irrespective of religions, caste, tribes, by killing all the diversity that our beautiful country has. As our 21st Law Commission already pointed out that UCC is neither necessary nor desirable. So let's move to the point why UCC is not feasible for India. First of all, India is a country with vast diversity, unlike any other Western country. In India, there are many different cultures, different tribes, different customs, and different traditions. And for that, they have their personal laws for their personal issues like marriage, inheritance, adoption, etc. You can't make a uniform law for all. You can't destroy the diversity that our beautiful country has. For example, marriage among close relatives is prohibited in North India but considered auspicious in the South India. Second problem with the UCC is that it violates Article 25 of the Indian Constitution, which gives all persons freedom of conscience, practice, profess, and propagate religion. Customs and traditions are part of freedom to practice religion, and it is also a fundamental right. Traditional religious practices can't be replaced by the rules and dictates of the majority religious community. You can't bring a saffronized uniform law for all the people of our beautiful multicultural cultural country. And third more important point against UCC is that Article 37, which states that the provision contained in the DPSP, Article 44, which contains UCC, is also in the DPSP part of our constitution. The provision contained in the DPSP are neither enforceable nor justiciable. That proves that fundamental rights are more important than the DPSP. And Article 44 itself states that states shall endeavour to secure for citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India, while other DPSPs states that there is wording like states shall in particular direct to its policy, states shall thrive, while Article 44 of UCC has states shall endeavour. not like state shall thrive. So that shows that it is less important among DPSPs also. Fourth one is that we have more important issues to solve like hunger, poverty, happiness, unemployment, and many more. We should not waste our precious time on trivial things like uniform civil code and this and that. In my opinion, all the different cultures, traditions, and customs should coexist with each other with their own personal laws. We have to bring unity to our plural society, not uniformity. We have to conserve our diverse nature of country. What we need to do is modernize the personal laws they have, modernize their मतलब जो tribals, modernize the tribals personal laws and do something like that. Not kill the diversity that we have. Uniform civil code will kill that diversity. That's all from my side.
30
Thank you.
seconds left, Adnan.
30 seconds left. That's all.
Okay.
Well, Adnan, you spoke very well. The way it was like very concise and precise, but you accumulated all your thoughts about the UCC, why you don't want that UCC should be implemented. So yeah, NK, any of your comments or other remarks over that particular speech?
Yeah, that was great speech by Adnan. I really appreciate how you explain things. But Dhruv, one thing is to be noted that he said that uniformity, this UCC will kill diversity. But diversity is in culture, okay? It won't, and this is law. We are talking about some law things. So Dhruv, do you think that if you suppose you are given chance to everyone and you are giving everyone the freedom and in laws and uh, you will automatically fail to bring the unity of India. And I think in laws in this kind of things, um, yeah, to bring unity you need to have one particular law, and for that I think UCC is the best thing. Okay, for that we have our second contestant from our team, that is Debbie, and she will very beautifully explain the benefit of UCC. I really believe in her, and she's a very good speaker. So hey, Debbie, are you here?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have a very good confidence in you. I do believe in you. So yeah, go ahead. Thank you and good luck. Break a leg.
Uh, Thank you, NK, and evening to all. I would like to speak in the motion of topic. So, my first statement is that all communal dispute will be end when Uniform Civil Code become banned. Why so? Uniform Civil Code is an attempt to waive personal law and to bring common law for all. This would differentiate from public law, would deal with marriage, divorce, maintenance, and adoption. We believe in India, there's one constitution, one nation, there should be one law for all citizens. And it will known that if once India will have uniform civil code, definitely we will get equality, equal justice, gender equality, gender sensitization. Take example of India. We have uniform criminal code. If a like a persons commit any kind of offense like murder, extortion, theft, he shall be liable for that. He shall be liable for the same offense. There is no kind of a discrimination for offense, whether it's from Islamic committee, whether it's from Muslim, Christian, and Parsi. But I would like to mention one section here in the criminal code. That section is section 125 to 128 in the CRPC, and there's a no kind of a war as well. So in that way, the case is that Nanak Chand versus Chandrakishore. In this case, Honorable Supreme Court held that the provision of maintenance under CRPC is applicable to every citizen irrespective of his personal law. The second one is Daniel Latifi case. What was that? Earlier in Mudgal case, in the case of Islamic committee, woman has no right to take a consent. But on the Rajiv Gandhi on the judgment, they preferred that if you want to take a divorce, the first need is that you have to take a consent from your husband. What is this? This is kind of violation of Article 14. This is kind of violation of Article 21 as well. So after that, we have Daniel Latifi case. In this case, Honorable Supreme Court held that there is no need to take a consent from your husband. So now I'm going to tell you what is the objective and what is the main objective. Someone mentioned that it is kind of a violation, and even in the constitution, there's no kind of provision. There's no kind of provision of a uniform civil code. So for your kind of informations, we have one case, and it is kind of a landmark judgment which is opined by the Supreme Court. That case was Minerva Mills. In this case, when the matter is come from DPSP or fundamental right, the court, as far as now, they always try to read in a homogeneous way, not in heterogeneous way. In that way, the personal law in India vary widely in their source and tradition, which make the difficulty and assist in bringing people up together and uniform them in the nature, where laws of different religions groom them. Due to common code, in future we will have all people will get equal status and there would be no discrimination. The nation would speak together, burden on judiciary would decrease. Why? An extra burden is put on the judiciary when different committees are governed by different law, which is the main cause of dealing injustice. And we have no variable. There's a one statement: justice delay means justice denied. And every individual in the India have right to speedy trial. In the case of investigation, in the case of inquiry, in the case of trial.
Abby, last 30 seconds. Please sum up.
Yeah, so I would like to mention here, like in developed countries like USA, Canada, Australia have adopted the Uniform Civil Code as a developing law for betterment of society, culture, religion, and to remove discrimination between the minority and majority people. Because of Uniform Civil Code, USA has achieved its goal and successful in developing in economically, socially, and religious. So uniform civil code, it doesn't mean that you have right, you can propagate, you can concise your religion, but when it comes to the personal
Time's up,
matter,
Abby.
no.
Time's
Yeah,
up.
thank you.
Thank you so much, Debbie. It was highly logical and a great explanation with a smooth pronunciation and a great explanation. The smooth speech, I really appreciate. I'm really thankful that you were in this team. So we're really glad. So what do you think, Dhruv? What's your opinion? So I want to ask
Yeah.
you a question.
Sure.
Don't you want unity among the people? And as Debbie has given the example of USA and all the developed countries, so don't you want India to be economically and developed, or from other side also? So what's your opinion here? I want to ask from you.
Yeah,
I want to
sure,
ask to you.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I would love to answer that particular question. Okay, like when it comes to the part of unity, talking about unity, the integrity, the integration, the preservation of culture and all things, I think we do not need any kind of a provision. It's not just like that preservation of freedom and maintain of peace is not only the task of soldiers and the government that is ruling behind, but it is also the equal foundation over the citizens. So why citizens are not showing their maturity right now? Why we are requiring every now and then a law and provisions for each and everything? If it could be the situation, I think everybody would be living a smooth life. We need not have any kind of such provisions as well. And if you are talking about the present situation, I think earlier there were diversities were there, unity was there, everything was there, and there were no such laws. Like if you are talking about, we have a lot of tremendous diversity. People are varying, people are different in their linguistic term, in their culture, traditions, perspective, everywhere it was there, but we were not talking about this UCC. So I think it is something that is a messy up things with the administration, where the political parties are serving themselves with the food palette that they want to actually test it out. Okay, well, hope I would have answered you, NK. So, can I proceed with my own contestant?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay, so from my team, I would like to call Tashi. Tashi, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah,
So,
please go on with your thoughts.
yes, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I am from Team B. I'm against the Uniform Civil Code. As a participants mentioned, that Uniform Civil Code, it is the common sets of law governing the personal matter, for example, marriage, divorce, adoptions, and successions. And it is mentioned under the Article 44 of the DPSP of the Constitutions. But this Uniform Civil Code seems good on the paper, but there are lots of practical hurdles when it comes to the implementations of the Uniform Civil Code. For example, practical hurdles due to the diversity in India. We know that the India has a diverse culture, religious, ethnic group. So it is difficult to develop the consensus among the religious group which the cultural practice of the religion should be adopted for the formulations of the Uniform Civil Code. And also the perceptions of the Uniform Civil Code is act as the encroachments to the right to freedom of religious, as which is the fundamental rights under Article 25, as our Honorable Supreme Court also says that this is the absolute fundamental right with few exceptions. And under this Minerva versus Union of India, Supreme Court also held that if the government try to take over the fundamental rights in order to achieve its goals of the directive principle, which is it will be the destructions to the basic structure of our constitutions. And also there are the minorities, and they have their own cultural practice. There are fears among the minorities that if we impose this Uniform Civil Code, then their perception that the majority culture might be imposed on them. So under Article 29, I think the Constitution itself provide the protections to the tribal custom and rights also. And we also said that it's uniform. If we implement the Uniform Civil Code, I think it will further increasing the communalizations, because we have a different communities have a different religions, and which make this Uniform Civil Code as the act as a communalizations of this Uniform Civil Code. And another thing is that the personal law comes under this concurrent list, where the state also has a jurisdictions to implement the law, and different state can also formulate their own Uniform Civil Code. Don't you really think it will ensure the uniformity among the people? For example, I can give you this Motor Vehicle Amendment Act, and which was formulated by the government, but it includes the provisions of the huge monetary penalty for the violations of the traffic rule. But when it comes to the state government, they
Last 30
also
seconds,
change
Tasi. Please come up.
local says that the Uniform Civil Code is not practically feasible and suitable for the country also. And instead of this formulating the Uniform Civil Code, we can apply that the universals this principle, for example, the human right, non-discrimination, equality in every person's law. And we are also moving in the progressive direction. For example, the Supreme Court also abolished the triple talaq, which eliminate discriminations against the Muslim women also. And also the case of this polygamy has been pending in the Supreme Court. I think in near future it will also
Time's up,
verdict
Tasi.
on its also coming.
Time's up.
Thank you.
Well, Tashi, thank you for your valid points. You spoke really very well. Okay, just taking one of the experts from your thoughts, I would like to ask NK. NK, I think your representing team is standing or have a stand that you all are talking about uniformity, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so where is that uniformity when one state has been declared or the two states has been declared as dry states and rest of these states? Don't you find it out that other than Gujarat and Bihar, the other states also get affected by the alcohol consumption?
Okay, but not we can't compare this with that kind of situation. It's totally different
No,
thing.
when it comes, okay, when it comes, you cannot compare this particular thing. Okay, for my religion, it's my religion, my own set of thoughts, it's my own reconciliation, it's my own practices, tradition. If that has been like being served since so many decades, in so many ages, so how can you come up within one day and you ask me to just remove each and everything and you are bringing some new law or the new amendment? Well,
I think
okay,
you are taking it
yeah.
as a negative way. I think this UCC won't actually stop you to follow your religion. Nothing, nowhere it's written that it will really stop you to practice your religion. Everyone can practice their religion. It's just a law that will. This is some, not in every cases it will be applicable, but I think you already know where it will be. So there's a one thing, one cause in every case. To be united, we need one cause. In anywhere, if you really want to be united, that there will need one cause, and I think this can be that cause that everyone can relate and will be united. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
So
move
to
further.
explain that
Can
thing,
you please call?
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, so to explain that thing very well, I will be asking from our team. I think Kabir Sharma, are you there? He will be explained very beautifully. I have a confidence in him. So welcome and good luck. Kabir Sharma, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So yeah, good luck.
So, yes, thank you. So, I would like to present my thoughts in favor of UCC uh, favoring. Uh, Basically, Uniform Civil Code is a proposals in India to formulate and implement personal laws of citizens which apply on all citizens equally, regardless of their religion, sex, gender, and sexual orientations. And also, our Article 44 of the Indian Constitution states that the state shall endeavors to secure for the citizens UCC throughout the territory of India. The the desirability of the UCC is consistent with human rights and the principle of the equality, fairness, and justice. And most importantly, reason why India needs uniform civil code. So my first point is it promotes secularism, and the second one, it gives more rights to women, and the third one, all will be treated as equally, and no discriminations would be there. Personal laws have loophole, destroy the vote bank on the name of religious, and burden on judiciary would be decreased as soon as possible when it is implemented. It will be unite India. So that is from my side, and its conclusion, it should be implemented as soon as possible. For this, our country will be equals from all the ways, all the religions, whether it should be for religions and or it should be our laws. Sam,
1 minute left and 1 minute left, Kabir.
yeah. So, if we are talking about it promotes secularisms. It should be more uh, more productive. Uh, if we are talking about the rights to women's, if we are talking about the particular religions, that religions should be very hard for the women. Uh,
Last
for
30
the
seconds, Kabir. Sum up, please.
if we are implemented for to this, so women's of that particular religion is freely from that things. So that is from my side. Okay, thank you so much.
Well, Kabir, thank you. Uh, yeah.
Thank you, Kabir.
Yeah.
It
Thank
was
you, Kabir.
you really point out the important thing about women and their power. Yeah, we need women empowerment. So Dhruv, what do you think about that? So I have a
Yeah.
question, Dhruv.
Yes, please.
Now what if like religion has no limit? Okay, if there's particular if religion arise now, like any name, suppose it's not Hindu, Muslim, or any other religion, suppose it's like born yesterday, and they have some like illogical rules, some maybe they like really pathetic rules they have come across, and they introduce themselves as a religion. So will you really like to uh, accept that thing if that's really harmful to the world or the to India? just asking, it happens. So
Yeah,
what do you think? You need some law or not to
yeah.
handle this?
Yeah, well, see, religion must mainly be a matter of principles only. It cannot be a matter of rules. The moment it degenerates into rules, it ceases to be a religion. So, when you are saying like some law should be there, don't think so. It should be commissioned or provisioned, because as and when you will commission, I think you are interfering into their fundamental rights, where you are saying you got that particular fundamental freedom to enjoy your own practices, what you prefer. And just now, it's my turn to ask you a one question. I think Kabir has just said that irrespective of sexual orientation, isn't it? So, irrespective of sexual orientation, then why we are not talking about the LGBTQ plus communities? Why there is no law as such formed? Where is that human rights where they have been suffering so from since decades? Could you please answer, NK?
Yeah, that's why we have UCC. If this law can be implemented, then maybe in future we will be think about them also. If you are not welcoming this kind of rules, then how will we able to like think about those, you know? So
Okay,
we
UCC
need
is
to,
something that
yeah,
is
but
that has
I
been
know.
taken as extract from something else. But when it comes to the human as an individual, it's not just a customary thing or the provisions where we are talking about religion or the communal rights. It's something that we are talking about as an individual, as a human being. They are also the human beings. So why, if this much of importance it has arisen with in the past and in the present or in the near future, why no bill has been drafted yet? Why no law has been provisioned yet? Yeah, please.
Yeah, I have a belief that in future we will be having some kind of laws that will actually do something for our
Yeah.
LGBTQ community. So
Okay.
yeah, we
Well,
can
keep
just
on
prepare it.
believing, NK. NK, keep on believing, because we have been hearing this since 2014 when BJP was in power, about to come in power. Okay. So now it's my turn, and I would like to call somebody from my team, that is Khushbu. Khushbu, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Go on and just make it out what you want to.
Okay. So, good evening, one and all present here. Today, I'm here against the topic of the UCC. First of all, I would like to say what is the meaning of UCC, Uniform Civil Code, and I would like to cast the shadow about this topic. Number one, why in 1858 for a foreign colonial power to stay away from areas related to religion and personal custom in the overall interest of maintaining peace. Second is there even when government has been implementing this thing, this law, or that time debate was there. Even lot of the congress leader, they are not agreed with this decision also. So I would like to put the some name like Vallabhbhai Patel, but yeah, Vallabhbhai Patel, Kailash Nath Kadjo in the debate. Even of 28 members of the debate of the speaker opposed to this thing. And next question and next point is my why India law is only favor of the Hindu. Even a lot of the community is there, or lot of the people is there. If this is only taken by the people of the India, then it could be a break havoc of the people who always be gonna to dispute. So there is a chances of the dispute. So because if we it is a sovereign country, and if government not taking any suggestion from the people, and they suddenly imposed any rule of the public, then how we can considering it's a rule? Because every government should should to take the suggestion from their community, from their social. And somehow they are uh, always neglecting or just neglecting the personal law. They're just thinking about their ourselves. They're just not thinking about the people or the society. Because if you are not thinking about the society, then how will you contribute toward the society and include the and contribute and how to make the developing society? And Article 14 is also provide the right of equality. So then we don't need to be go through with the article of 44, because if we have a already right to equality, then why we need to be a uniform civil code? So what happen if our law are not same, then how we can say it is a cellular country? And like every it is a differ on the people of the people, and the custom too. It is not based on the
Last
one
26
criteria
seconds. Please,
of the
please sum
people.
up.
Because okay, as a matter of fact, people have their own custom of the religion. Even they have a personal law for regarding their antecedent. They always living in their personal law. If they are doing this thing, then people and the antecedent people who wanna their personal law to be greater than their
Time's up.
uniform
Time's
civil
up.
code, then it's
Yeah.
not good for everyone.
Well, Khushbu. Yeah. Just time's up. So you were amazing while you were speaking, and it was a very valid point that has been raised by you. You were vocal about it. Like when there is a right to equality, why we are asking this and that for all the time. So over to you, NK.
Okay, well, to answer her, we have our contestant and very expert. Okay, so the next from our team is Aesthetic. Are you there?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, ambivert. So break a leg.
okay. So, good evening, everyone. Like, our topic is Uniform Civil Code. So, most of the peoples are talking about religious and all. So, I would just simplify the necessity of Uniform Civil Code by giving an example, simple. And it's in recent Delhi I could have faced this example. So in that there is a person, husband and wife, and in that their name is Meena, and at the time of their divorce, they cannot able to divorce because they are from Meena community, and the Meena community has their separate laws. So you can understand the necessity of, and it's just a one case, not the whole India's case. So you can just understand the necessity of this implementation of Uniform Civil Code. Now, I would like to just conclude my topic by why is the necessity of Uniform Civil Code and what is the actual meaning of Civil Code and what are the outcomes and how are the positive approach should be taken with the help of Uniform Civil Code. So first is why. Why is the importance of implementing the Uniform Civil Code? So it not only solve the religious matter, but also helps in all sections of the society to bring the under the same constitution and laws governing the country, and while still maintain your personal religion and culture. And the next thing, it is also simplifies the complex laws around marriage ceremonies, as I told, the inheritance, succession, adoption, making them for all. And the next thing is what is the actual meaning of civil code, uniform civil code. So the actual meaning civil code is refers to a common. It is a common law governing personal matters such as marriage, divorce, adoption, inheritance, and successions. As everybody knows, it's in Article 144. And at that time, B.R. Ambedkar told about the necessity of the implementation of uniform civil code. So uh, it also brings an effect and integration of India by bringing all the communities into a same platform, which is present only by a person by implementing this common laws. And now, like we all know that the criminal are facing, if any criminal has done a crime, so all criminals have to face the same, the criminals have the same laws. But why our religious and nation have different laws in the civil matter? So for that, the uniform civil code is must, I think. And at last, I would say, what are the
30 seconds
outcomes of
last
Uniform
and
Civil
revert.
Code?
30 seconds left.
Yeah. So, at last, I would just conclude by saying this is the body that can maintain this code, and I would just say, like, it's time to call for one nation and one law and one nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambivert. I'm glad that you have explained very well and very coherently. You have explained all the things. I think now it's really clear to everyone. And so, Dhruv, what do you think on this? Yeah.
Yeah, MK will. Like in India, we celebrate the commonality of major differences, and we are a land that belonging rather than blood. So I think there as such no discrimination on the biasness of when we are talking about, because it is the some aesthetic sense one has to need understand. If you are clear in your mind and thoughts, there is no as such law the provisions you actually need it on the ground. Okay, so well, on this particular note, let me proceed further with one of my participants from my team. I would like to call Doremi. Doremi, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, please go on with your thoughts.
Okay. So actually, this uniform civil code, it came into like highlighted. It was being highlighted at the time when NDA government was formed in 2019 with three agendas with them, and that one of them included this uniform civil code. So what is uniform civil code? So it is clearly mentioned in Article 44 of Part 4 of the Constitution, and which states that the state shall endeavor to secure for citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. And because this law, it is this article is under part 4, which is a part of DPSP, and which also says that it is completely on the state, that if the public wants to implement this, then only it will be implemented. If they are not, then it cannot be. So here the controversy is that majority of the people, they are on favor and many of them are against it. So the thing is, there are a lot of codes, there are a lot of laws which have been brought in history also, in previous times also. Like one of my friend, he also said that in 1800s, one of the European minister, he brought this law. And you know what, this law is not a part of our India. It was a part which was taken from the Britishers, and over there the things existed in that way. That's why they tried to bring this law in our India. But it is not possible here to implement this, because we have diversity of religion, and each religion have their own laws, own everything they have separate. Okay, and like if I talk about Hindu law, so it has been brought, but majority of the states which are part of Hindu, they're not following it. If I talk about Hindu law, Hindu marriage law, it states that from the maternal side there should be a generation gap of 5, and from the paternal side it should be generation gap of 7, then only they can get married. But in south, in Madras and all those regions, we can see that the people, they're getting married like the from the mother's side and from the father's side, even though they are quite close relative, they are getting married. So many of the state, even this code is being brought, but many of the people are not following. If one community is not following, what can you expect that if the law will be implemented on entire communities, so it is not going to give a good result. And also, like, India is diversified, like we have a lot of religion. Even on the small issues, if I talk about CAA or the Taj Mahal, now recent issues of Qutub Minar and all those things, even they are small issues, but there are a lot of people, like the religion groups, they are coming against it. And if this uniform civil code will be implemented on India, don't you think that the internal security, the
Sorry, Mary,
internal
last 30 seconds. Please conclude.
internal threat for India will increase. And if any country is having their problems from the internal side, then automatically that country becomes weak. And I don't think so it will be a good option that the government should bring this code into existence, because right now the situation are not as such that this should be brought in the country. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, well, Doremi, thank you for your remarkable points. And taking one of your point, I just want to ask NK. NK, Doremi has highlighted it comes under Part 4 Constitution of Indian Constitution, that is the directive principles, where it is the duty, it is the binding power on the state to implement it. Okay, let's not talk about the center. Why any state haven't yet implemented it? Could you please answer, NK?
I think, but yeah, we can see in Goa it's implemented. We have in Goa, and I think they are not facing any kind of problem.
It's
So
only for the
nothing.
minorities that are the Christians.
So
Okay,
if they think it can be implemented everywhere, if I think states haven't thoughts on this. Um, but yeah, if
well,
it is implemented, that it will be
yeah.
really great. Yeah, and that will be explained by our next contestant. That is I think wait, Kritin, are you there?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
here.
go ahead and please explain answer to Dhruv's question. I hope he will get some answer from you.
Yes, good night to everyone. So, as we are all discussing about the Uniform Civil Code, so I need not introduce you to this, what is it and what is, as many of my members already told. As NK was specifying about this, it is already being implemented in Goa. I would like to add a few points with that. Yes, in Goa we have this UCC, Uniform Civil Code, but in the name, in a different name called Common Family Law, which is introduced by Portuguese. So it is remained ever since it was introduced in 19th century. So it has these wonderful rules and regulations with regarding the marriage, divorce, I mean, which is connected to different religions, obviously. So what it has is that the parents cannot disinherit their children entirely. It is one of those rules which was being implemented by Goa in its common family law. During the course of marriage, all the property and wealth owned or acquired by each of the bride or spouse is commonly held by this couple itself. See how wonderful it is. So when it comes to a particular when we have to be religious specific, then Muslims who have their marriages registered in Goa cannot practice polygamy, which means that they cannot marry multiple multiple women. Like they cannot simply say triple talak talak talak. Now that's been implemented all over the country, which is also welcomed. So these practices were always there in Goa ever since they were introduced by the Portuguese, because they were the ones who ruled the Goa, and it's big and the reason why it's union territory. So coming to the Uniform Civil Code, I think it's being very misinformative. By telling that the contents of UCC, I don't know, maybe they are gaining the political mileage by promoting the contents of UCC to the in a wrong way to the minorities. Believe that who believe that it's against their policy, it's against their religion. So it is also due to the lack of political will, and which is a very sensitive issue in India. So I agree with the different religious communities have
Last
different
30 seconds, man.
laws.
Within last 30 seconds. Please take your time.
Yes, yes. I believe that the different religious communities have different personal laws, but we need a unification of all these laws to one stand and prove, and uh, we have to make them believe that this is a country where, irrespective of the religion, caste, creed, will have equal justice served in this country. So we need to prove that, and this UCC is needed at the time, in my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, Kritin, you have explained very beautifully, and uh, thank you. Thank you so much. So, Dhruv, what's your opinion? Whatever you have said, have you heard what did he say?
Yeah, well, I heard that, and I really appreciate Kritin that he assimilated so many points. And surely to counter that particular points in his speech, I would like to call one of our vocal minds from my team, that is Shubh. Shubh, are you there?
Yeah, Dhruv, I am there.
Okay, please make your points.
Yes, thank you. Religion must merely be a matter of principles only. It cannot be a matter of rules. The moment it generates into rules, it ceases to be a religion, as it kills the responsibilities, which is an essence of True Religion Act by Dr. Ambedkar. Good evening, all. This is Shubh, and today I am going to share my views on against UCC, Uniform Civil Code. So, I would like to focus on the few points. Okay, so in India, a country which is have diversity, languages, many definitions and many traditions. So it's very hard to implement it. India has taken pride for its integrity within diversity. For maintaining diversity, we need to respect minorities, communities, personal choice, and laws. The question that we need to ask ourselves is whether the violation of personal laws is accepted or not. Is are we ready for UCC or not? It's practically we need to think practically, not in theoretical way. So I like to point out some points which I feel it is not good for it our India. Practical difficulties due to diversities I already mentioned. Second, and because see we the example is Europe. Europe is following, so I will like to in the end I will like to take the example of other countries too. Perceptions of UCC on the encroachment, as already mentioned by our member Adnan, Article 13, Article 14. I will not like to go in detail because it violates our freedom. It gives us right to freedom, but the UCC will against it. So there are something some contradiction in our own constitution. Interference in the personal state, interference of the state in a personal matter. It is also very problematic. And fourth point is it is a sensitive issue and tough task to implement. We can think it, but to implement on the ground level, women are we can give we can say gender equality, women will be getting empowerment, but on the ground, what is the thing? We already know it. The time is not yet too suitable for these things. Now I would like to focus on the other things which suppose someone mentioned DPSP Article 44. I would like to give the articles which are more important than this Article 44. Article 39 which talks about livelihood. Article 47 which talks about health. Article 48 environment. There are more articles as compared to this. So to win an election, we can use this UCC. But to win heart of the people, for elections can be no, politician will come and go. But the things which will remember for is love, happiness for everyone. So I would like to focus on more things which is very important other than UCC. So let's see our literacy rate. We are on the 106 out of 127 country, such a same on us. Second is global hunger index. We are 101 out of 116. We are going to top from down. Most populated country, third, fifth number. We come on India come on fifth number after Bangladesh, Chad, Pakistan, Tajikistan, then India, and India World Press Index also. So talking about education, this is very important. See, if you will give this is my point of view. If you will the rights to women, if they know their rights, they can fight. They don't need any law. They can fight their own. So education is very important, and quality education
Last
should be
30
there in the
seconds.
country.
Please sum up.
So yeah, as mentioned, someone mentioned Article 44 and all these things. So how our constitution has been borrowed. I would like to tell the U.S. fundamental. We have taken from U.S. fundamental rights, Ireland directive principles, Soviet Union fundamental duties, France liberty, equality, fraternity, Japan prudence, stability. So the point is we have
That's
taken the
up.
things. Yeah, yeah. So we need to focus on education. That's it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Shubh,
Thank you.
you really did very well. So, how about you, NK?
Yeah, I
NK,
can't
are you
deny
there?
that some of his, yeah, I am here totally. I can't deny that some of his point is really true. But at the same time, he said that in ground reality it's not true. We can't think on this. But what if it really happens and if the law is strong, then maybe it can. law can unite, law can implemented on everyone, and everyone, even if someone is not like everyone will be uh, if there is a law bounded on everyone, and everyone fears law. Okay, so I think if we implement and people have to follow this, then people will have to follow this and people will follow. So yeah, I do think so, but yeah, in some point I do agree with him too. So okay, let's see what our next contestant have to say on this. So I want to ask Primishi, are you here?
Yes, I am here. First of all,
Okay.
good evening to
Mhm.
all of you. I am from Team B in favor of UCC. Uniform Civil Code means that all sections of the society, irrespective of their religion, shall be treated equally according to our national civil code, which shall be applicable to all uniformly. They cover areas like marriage, divorce, maintenance, inheritance, adoption, and succession of the property. And the Union Civil Code resonates with one country, one rule to be applied to all religions communities. And the term Uniform Civil Code is mentioned in Part 4, Article 44 of the Indian Constitution. And UCC to promote a national integration and gender justice, equality, and dignity of women. It is based on the premise that is there is no connection between religion and law in modern civilization. And for example, there is a case, Daphne Latifi case. So, Muslim Women Act, like MWA, was challenged on the grounds that it violated the rights to equality under Article 14 and 15, as well as the right to life under Article 21. And the Supreme Court, while holding the laws as constitutional and harmonized it with Section 150, 125 of the CRPS, and held that the amount received by a wife during Edat period should be large enough to maintain her during Edat as well, and provides for her future. Thus, under the law of the land, and divorced Muslim woman is entitled to the provision of the maintenance for a lifetime or until she is remarried. And uniform civil code is universal reality. The only gray area is Syria law, like Hindu law and Christian personal law. And even is in Syria law, the sole guardianship of a child below 5 years of
Last
age,
30
the
seconds,
child.
Primishi. Please sum up.
Okay, now conclude some points. And at the end, a UCC can only emerge through an evaluation process which preserves India's rich, large heritage, of which all the personal laws are equal constitutes. And the codification and implementation of a UCC may not unnecessarily usher in the expected equality among genders
Time's
and
up.
religions.
Time's up.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks for
Primishi.
listening.
Yeah, thank you, Primishi. I really appreciate your confidence. You have given a very good example, and you really tried to explain it very beautifully, but because of the lack of time, maybe you won't, you are not. But okay, I think Dhruv has got some point, and he understands whatever you were trying to explain. So Dhruv, yeah,
Yeah,
now it's done. What do you say?
yeah, sure, NK. So, like soul of India resides in pluralism and tolerance. This plurality came with assimilation of ideas over centuries. Secularism is a matter of faith for us. So on this particular note, I would like to call from my team Jayant. Jayant, are you there? Jayant, are you there? Okay, Sliko, are you there? Sliko, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, please make your points.
Sure. Hello everyone. As as many of my friends are mentioned the points, some like what is the uniform civil code and how it is going to implement into our country, and it will be very helpful to our country and to make the rules and regulation for all that will be similar. But I'm also agree, but sometimes if from our team also they are mentioned that when it comes to the implementation that will be uh, very tough. And because every time we also have the many examples. One of that is like Roop Kumar case that was in 1987, after the dismiss of Sati Pratha Adhiniyam. The Lord William was dismissed the Sati Pratha Adhiniyam with the help of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. After that, in 1987, that was dismissed the rule in 1828. But after the implementation or dismiss of the Sati Pratha in 1897, the Roop Kumar case was came, and on that time the Roop Kumar case, there was a girl and she got means उसको जला दिया गया after getting the after death of her husband. So I want to mention that the rules is a different thing, and in practically this is a totally different. So what we are doing for to making the people that will be accept these kind of rules, that the uniform code, what is like which is the group of the various kind of rules for the all regions. So just I'm taking an example, like if there is any no we are implementing the rules, uniform code for the all the regions, religions. So if we are implementing that kind of rule for the all the religions, for this, that will be same, and they will be getting the as we know, all the religions are following the different kind of rules, like they are getting the married, and they if the people from belong to the Hindu, they are getting married by the help by the pujari, and if that a person are belong to the Islam, so they are getting married by the Qazi. So
Last
this kind
30
of
seconds,
rule
Silico.
cannot be, yeah. So this kind of uh, religions will be hard, and then definitely it will not acceptable for the all the religions. So my point is that, like how the uniform civil code preparing the people to accept this uniform civil code into their life, because we have the different kind of religions in our country, and this is totally difficult to make the people ready to accept this uniform civil code. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you, Sliko, for your valid points that you make the remarks over here. I think it's being so rational that you vocal about what you said. It's being for the opponent team just to make them understand what actually we don't want any such kind of UCC. So, Will, NK, it's your turn now.
Yeah, okay. It was really great, Silico. You have explained beautifully. But he said that it will hurt religion. So if you keep on thinking that some rules are every rule should be accepted and respected, okay, you can practice your religion, but law is law should not be like interfere with religion. And if laws start thinking about all the religion and all the religious practice, then there shouldn't be any law. Then why there is a law in India? If you keep thinking about this, that every religion will get hurt. Even you have mentioned that there was a sati pratha, that was the wife should be get burned with husband so this was also a part of religion. If there shouldn't be any kind of law, then if you keep respecting this kind of law, if you keep thinking that it will really hurt those religious practice, but this was really harmful religious practice, right? I think in this kind of cases we need laws. We need that particular law which will unite all the people. So okay, I think Sai from our team will clearly explain the thing. I have a very expectation from you. Sai, are you there? Hello.
Yes, I am here.
Hello, dear. Sai?
Hello. Yes, I am here.
Yeah, okay. Good luck.
Thank. I would like to thank my host to give me this opportunity to talk about UCC. In favor of UCC, I would like to say that our modern society is still toward secularism for secular.
I think she is. Wait, Sai. I think you are having network issue, and I really want to replace her. Hello, Sai. Your network is not clear, and I really want to replace her with.
No. She's clear. NK, she's clear. Wait. Yes, I please.
Okay. Thank you everyone to provide me this opportunity. I would I would like to say that in the favoring of UCC in our modern society is very urgent need because our society goes towards secularism. In in every day we see that in education, in science, in technology and commerce and various fields, secularism also follows. So why not secularism or secularism follow in personal law? To say that I go to highlight UCC point in Sarvam Mittal case and Saira Banu case, Supreme Court do not follow personal law. They follow uniform civil code like in CRPC, CPC. They are both uniform and in both cases, Supreme Court follow uniform law. So I say that uniform we need we need uh, uniform law in our society that our society goes smoothly, and if we enforce the UCC in our country, we we said that we can. I am audible now. Hello, I am audible.
Yeah, you are. Continue, please.
In our modern society, day by day, we see many laws, rules, and law things
Sai, last 30
towards.
seconds. Please wrap up.
Okay. We have seen that many countries follow uniform code like France, USA. They not discriminate any personal on the basis of religion. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sai. Um, you really explained it well. So, Dhruv, now it's your turn.
Yeah, so from my team, I would like to call Akash Tomar. Akash, are you there?
Yeah, Dhruv, I am here.
Okay, so well, you have to speak out your points against UCC. Just go on.
Okay.
Actually, through I was in support of UCC, but okay, I have to speak against it. Yeah, only
Yeah,
I can
please.
give. Okay, can I speak against it?
You have
Last
to
50
speak
seconds, bro.
against only.
If you wanna replace, so please go with that.
No, I don't
Okay,
want to replace them. If he will make his points, I think he may go on. Yeah, please.
okay. So look, I actually I am not against UCC. I am saying that we cannot justify bad practice in the name of plurality or diversity. Because if we go by that logic, then we would have never been a Hindu court bill, right? Because in Hindu court bill, you see that daughters have been given a right that yes, they can also have a say in a property. Now, if we want to say plurality or like diversity, so that can also apply in Hindu religion also. So then, by that same logic, there would be not any law on the Hindu religion also. So if we apply the same thing, then the daughters will have no right on the property. Okay. Now, what is the essence of that diversity? Suppose uh, a guy having a three wives, then how it is justifying a diversity? I don't know, because as per their personal law, suppose they treat somebody in a different way. So how we can say that it is a part of diversity? Okay, diversity is like kind of celebration. It cannot be like your interference in a personal choices. So I just want to say it that we can never bring a reform. And even somebody quoted Ambedkar, but Ambedkar were also in favor of it. So I feel that even Ambedkar was against it. Then also, I just want to say it, though he was in favor. But I just want to put one thing, that can we justify everything which is bad in the name of diversity? And if we can justify, then we can justify caste system also, right? Because in Hindus practice caste system. I don't know most of them, but even in the village, so they think that, and even they do not marry intercaste, most of the people. So by that logic, then we can also justify caste system, and we should not have any law against casteism, because by the same logic,
Last
then
30 seconds, Akash.
it is also the
Last
part
30
of
seconds. Please
diversity.
wrap
Okay, okay. Yeah. So I want to say that we should not ever justify the bad practice in the name of diversity, because if it is so, then diversity apply to all. Then if we cannot bring UCC, then we should also demolish the Hindu code bill. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Akash. So, NK, how many participants do you have, dear?
Yeah, we have only our last participant. And
Okay,
thank you, Akash. It was Akash, right?
yeah.
Thank you, Akash. He really actually supported it. So we have our last participant that I think he will break the stage, and I have a very great expectation from you, Pi, as your name is
Okay.
Pi. So are you there, Pi?
Yes. I'm audible.
Yeah. Yeah, you are audible.
Okay.
Go.
Actually, my name is Saurabh Singh. I'm going to speak in the favor of UCC. If we talk about the UCC, the lack of UCC in India is undercutting the chances of an overall of the development of Indian society. It is the really recently government increases that we should implement the UCC in our society. If we talk about the UCC in India proposes to replace the personal law based on the scriptures, on the customs of the each of the major religions community in the country with common set of the governing body. If we talk about everyone mentioned about the Ambedkar, actually I am also quoting Ambedkar what he said in the parliament while he was speaking in the favor of UCC. He quoted that he personally do not understand why religion should be give the vast expansive jurisdiction so as to cover the whole of life and prevent the legislature from the encouraging upon that field. After all, what are we having this liberty in order to reform our social system, which is so full of inequalities, so full of discrimination, and and both are things which conflict with our fundamental rights. It it is therefore quite impossible for anybody to conceive that personal law shall be excluded from the jurisdiction of the state. We are talking about the father of the nation, who said in a favor of UCC. We should consider that, because Ambedkar is not that person who speak because he is a very visionary leader. If we talk about the Ambedkar, if we are talking about the Ambedkar, he was a very visionary leader. If we talk about the what can the pros of the UCC, it provide the equal status of the all citizen. In the modern era, a secular democratic state have common evil and a personal law for its citizen, irrespective of their religion, caste, gender. I'm lefting a question to all of you: why this type of personal law always discriminate against the women? I think you should think about that, because if we talk
Last
about
30
the
seconds.
law,
Saurabh.
okay, I'm concluding the lines that the lack of UCC in India is undercutting the chances of the overall development of Indian society. That's all my side. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
thank you, Saurabh, for
Mr.
your.
It was
Yeah, MK, please.
Yeah, it was really clear explanation from your side, and it was really logical, coherently you have explained very well. So, Dhruv, now can we move forward to our next round, or you want to say something upon this?
Yeah, sure. We will be moving to the next round. And before that, as I told in the introduction part, that this session has its own pattern and format, which brings uniqueness both to this session and the rebuttal rounds. So before going on to the rebuttal rounds, here is a great mind among us, that is Mr. Sam. Sam, are you there?
Yes. Okay. Thank you
Okay,
so
so
much.
please go on with your questions quickly. Yeah, please.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, people, I would like to ask 4 questions to each member for another participant, and favor of the participant and against also. Okay. So, first participant, I would like to select Sai from favor team. Sai, are you there? Sai. Okay, she's not here. Okay. Sai. From against, I would like to choose Silico.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Silico, you were saying religions and your favor of Article 44 also. Okay, I thought you are against of the topic. So my question to you, man, in Article 44, this state means the Constitution of the Indian Article 4. Which thing we should adapt?
So can you repeat?
Yeah, in Article means the Constitution of the Indian Article 44. This thing should we have to adapt.
Sorry, I don't have points.
Okay. My next question to you: under which the agenda of the Uniform Civil Code for all citizens set in Constitution set?
In which?
In which team means under which the agenda of the Uniform Civil Code for all citizens set in Constitution?
Yeah. Totally, like UCC is designed for generalizing or summarize all the rules from the all the religions, and to merge the all the rules and regulations who are separated in the different religions, so we can make a merge and one rule for every religions and every everyone,
Silico,
as
please
per the
tell
personal
me
law.
that article name. That article, please. I was asking article, Constitution article. Please.
So I don't know.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ben Silico.
Yeah,
From
thank you.
favor team. Okay. From favor team, I would like to select Debbie. Debbie, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. You given a lot of point here, like religions, sections, and one of Nana's other religion. That was person, right? So my question to you: the possible factor that inhibit India from enacting from its citizen a uniform civil code as providing for the directive principle of the state policy, isn't it?
Come again, not getting clearly. Your voice
Okay,
is not
the
clear.
possible factor that inhibited Indian from the enacting from the I from its citizens a uniform civil code as provide for the principle of state policy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, please give me a little bit brief about it.
Okay, so it is totally concerned with the state, but UCC itself is stand with the you have right, you can follow, you can do like what kind of ritual we have, but people frequently mention that we have different kind of religions for marriage. Yeah, it's okay. But when it comes to the personal matter, their law must be same. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Debbie. Okay, from against team, I would like to choose Sub. Sub, are you there, man?
Yes, I am there. Yeah.
Okay, you given 39, 47, 37 article, right? So the
Yes.
government will change, but the Islamic laws never be changed, isn't it? This is the court. Please define this court.
Okay, so it is, should not be changed because it hurts the sentiments of personal people. The follow, it's not about the particular like particular area or something like that. In that area is divided into sub area, subdivided into many parts. So everyone has own individual. So we can't. That's why we are like that's why these articles are there. Article 25, 26, 27,
Okay,
28. Yeah.
okay. Last, any anecdotal evidence which proves UCC in the topic on the implementation? Please give me any anecdotal evidence.
Yeah, there are many evidence. I would like to point out few. First, we can see like we got independence in 1947, but till now only Goa is the one state. So this is the like everyone can see this example. If it was a very fruitful, so it had been implemented. Second, it's every like we are not up to date with this thing. Like our like this comes this is a code by commission law in commission law commission 2018, which like this is say that we are not ready for this particular thing, and we can search this on Google also. Law commission made this statement that we are not up to date for UCC. So yeah, it was in the newspaper 2018 July something. Yeah, two
Okay,
evidences
thank
there.
you so
Yeah,
much, sir. Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, from
thank you,
team
sir.
A, Kirtin, are you there, Kirtin?
Yes,
Okay, which state that adopt UCC? Please let me know.
that's not the state, that's the union territory. It's Goa. Goa. It's not exactly UCC. It's like I mean, so it's almost similar to UCC, but it named as a family. I mean, like a common family law. Its actual name is common family law. So this is being followed ever since the Portuguese have left Goa in 19th century itself. From 19th century itself, it's being implemented. Am I clear?
Okay, my last question to you. Yeah, do you find UCC is the violations of personal laws? If yes, or please let me know if you not.
No, it's not against violating any personal laws. It's only bringing common justice to the people in different religions, in different castes, in different communities. Because even irrespective of the caste, even in a tribal community, in some places, have this culture called marrying two women at a time. Yeah, if you have gone through news very recently, so this tribal community is trying to marry two women at a time. They are totally fine. It is in the news, and nobody has a complaint about it.
So they're taking it for granted. Everybody is behaving it in their
Okay,
own
got
way.
it.
So
Got
why
it.
is
Thank you
it
so much.
irrespective of the religion
Thank you so much, man.
bringing common justice? Okay, thank you. Same to
Okay,
you.
thank you so much, Kirti. Okay. So from team B, Akash Tomer. Akash Tomer, are you there, man?
Yes.
Okay. You were saying favor of the something about it. So I wanna ask simple question to you, man. How many things we can include in our UCC? We have different kind of diversity. So please let me know glimpse of the diversity only.
Okay. So you are asking that how many things we can include in it, right?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Look, it's very clear. When we say common law means, first of all, we can do it only on the basis of families. Okay. Just like for equal rights to women. Okay. With regard to marriages, with regard to property. So this is very common, and this is the problem. Okay, and not more than that. And even a man should not have right to marry more, means 2-3 women. They marry to 2-3 women at the same time. So only this right would be curtailed. Then there would be no problem. I feel so.
Yes. Okay, my last question to you. The purpose of Uni Civil Code incorporated in Article 44 of Indian Constitution is for, please let me know one culture name.
Please repeat. What did you ask?
The purpose of Uniform Civil Code incorporated in Article 44 of Indian Constitution.
Means your question is not from. I don't understanding it. Are you asking the purpose of
Okay.
UCC?
The purpose of Uniform Civil Code incorporated in Article 44 of Indian Constitution. Is there
Okay.
any art, any culture or anything? Yeah, please let me know.
Okay. So you are asking that by which purpose we have included it?
Yeah, please.
Sorry, I am not getting it. Sorry.
Yeah,
You can.
same.
Okay. So by which purpose we have included it, right? Yeah. So the purpose was saying that we have to bring uniformity, and if suppose we have laws, then that should be based on humanity. Okay. And we should respect every human equally, irrespective of their religion.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Akash, thank you so much. From team A, last person I would like to choose, Aaron. Are you there, man? Aaron. Aaron. Okay, he's not here. From team B, I would like to choose Dorimi.
Yes.
Dorimi. Okay, my question to you: why no law has been imposed till date if you say that UCC is too much important for our country, and give reason?
You mean it should be uniform civil law instead of code?
Yep.
So there's a difference between code and a law. Law basically, first of all, the bill which is presented for votes in the parliament, it is called bill. When it is being implemented, it is called law. So the thing with uniform civil code is it's not a bill nor a law. It's just a sort of principles, sort of rules which is being followed by a certain group or certain religion groups. So that's why it is being called code instead of being called law.
Okay, thank you so much, Dorimi. Okay, so I have result group, and people, sorry for that. Only 2 person from each team, they will be disqualified right now. So sorry for that. First, Jayant. First, Jayant. Okay. Second, Akash. Sorry for that. From team B. Second, Akash. And if I talk about from team A, first Sai, second Aaron. First Sai, second Aaron. Yeah, people. Now you can go with that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Sam, for your questions and telling us the participants that have been evicted from the part one, that is the session one. From team B, this is Akash and Jan. and from team A, Sai and Erin. So, well, NK, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, just I request you to quickly just revise the rebuttal ground rules so that everybody can get it and we move on with the first session.
Okay, thank you, Dhruv. So yeah, in this second round, everyone, each of you will given 4 minutes 30 seconds, but you will be facing one particular person from opposition group. So it will be a one-to-one conversation. But do remember that you don't use any offensive words or you don't fight. Okay, it's a debate. It's not a fight. You don't debate. You don't use any kind of offensive words. You don't disrespect to other people. So and it should be polite and respectfully. You need to point out your opinion, and also you can counterpoint them, and it should be logical, it should be very clear to everyone, so you will get points over your strong point. If you have a strong point, if you then you will be given positive points, and on your the way you pronounce thing, it will also matter. So yeah, I request to everyone to follow the rules. Don't use offensive words. So I think no one will do such thing over here. So yeah, I is it clear now, Dhruv, the rules?
Yeah. Well, thank you, NK. So, whom you are calling from your team?
I think I want to ask you first. I think you should choose first someone, then I will choose from my side. Okay.
Okay, sure. So, well, from my team, I would like to call Shubh. Shubh, are you there?
Yes, I am there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, Shubh, we have Debbie. So Debbie, are you there? I'm sending Debbie from my team to go against through Shubh. Okay, Debbie.
Okay. Hi.
Yeah,
Are you
hi.
there?
Yeah, you can ask first, yeah.
Okay. So my first question is that in constitutions we have three lists under the 7 union list, state list, and current list. Then why we have different kind of list? If you're supporting to UCC, there must be one list. Let me know.
Okay, so like as your question you mentioned, like there should be one list. So there should be one religion also, like Indian, rather than Muslim, Sikh, Ishai, Jewish, and all this thing. So yeah, my answer to your question is one religion. That's it. That is Indian.
If you're supporting UCC, then why we have three lists? That's my question. There must be
I'm not.
one. Yes,
I'm
and
not
it
supporting. I'm not supporting UCC. I'm against it.
okay. My second question is that have idea about the mutabaik in Islam?
No, I don't. No, I'm not aware.
Okay. What's your stand regarding the polygamy?
Can I? Polygamy
What,
must not be there. Like it should. It's very like wrong. Yeah, what I feel.
but earlier you mentioned that we cannot change the Islamic and all. We cannot change the Islamic committee, Islamic rule and regulations. What we have, like
See,
you can. If the
changes means changes. Yeah. Changes according to Article 14. I'm not up to date, but yeah, I will tell. Without hurting the sentiments of the people, we can change. That's why there are no amendments are there. So we can do amendments, but not to just cancel the law and just to bring another law. Updates, and I was talking about updating changes. That is amendment. So yeah, next
okay, you
question.
just want. Yeah, yeah, listen. You just mentioned that amendment. Yeah, it's okay. Then why still
So how
Islamic?
many questions you will ask,
Muslim.
or I will get chance? Like 3 questions you asked. Can I ask one?
You can ask.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. So my question is like first question basically like we got independence, same question like we got independent in 1947, but still we have only one union territory, like that's was so wide, so like why not other states? We got independent 47, so why not? Yeah.
Actually, first concern is that it is totally depend on the state, and second one is love jihad. People, nowadays what happens? People are willing to get married in different community for escaping the bigamy charge, which is liable under the section 494 IPC. And second is that doing misrepresentations by someone and do marriage. It is also a violation of a succession law. Thank you.
Okay. Ma'am, second question is basically what I can say is like What I feel is like suppose like this recently came in the news after Uttarakhand CM Pushkar Raj. So like why he's like before election they are making manifesto of this particular thing. Why not on the education? Is this UCC is more ahead? My question is more important as compared to the education, health, and economic value. So it is more important, yes or no?
For your kind information, we have education policy in 2020 as well, and still it is going on in a good way. And second is that if I take example of UCC, so UCC doesn't mean that when the personal matter come with the court, like you can say adoptions, inheritance. Just take example in your in Islamic community, women are entitled to get to get alimony only for only for 2 months. In the case of in Hindu, we have right before the remarriage. What does it mean? Like it is
Okay.
any
Last
kind of
30 seconds, people. Last
Yeah,
30
so
seconds.
I would like to say something like you mentioned about the education. So like you mentioned like the new policies are coming. So we can see if after coming of new policy, still we are on 106 like out of 127 countries. That is our position like 106 out of 127. We are going to top from down. So that is the thing, like that we need to change. If people are educated, I think that no, there should be a law like, but who will follow the law if they
Time's
don't know
up.
the?
Time's
See,
up.
you're yeah okay. Thank
Actually,
you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
nowadays
Shub
Time's up.
and
Time's
Debbie.
up.
Yeah, it's time's up, and you guys were awesome while you were tussling with each other on the foregrounds with the ground reality of your stand. NK, what do you think?
Yeah, it was really great. Both of them are very real, strong contestant. So now I think
Yes.
we should go. Then uh, I think now I would say that from
So,
my
whom
team,
you are calling?
yeah, from my team. My team, I'm sending Kabir. Are you there? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm sending
Okay.
Kabir from my team.
So, from my team, Adnan will represent. Adnan, are you there?
Yes. Hello,
Yeah,
Okay.
Kabir.
Adnan. Yes, Adnan.
So I have a
You,
question for you.
yes, yes.
Someone from your team compare the developed countries with India. The developed countries like USA or France, they have different demography, different population, different everything. Their geography is different. How can we make laws according to them? Like if they are preferring for you, they are going for the uniform civil code. How can we? We have different demography. We have thousands of tribes. How can we go for a uniform code? Can we describe?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Mm, developed countries. You mean foreigner countries, and so how can we describe? How can we compare comparisons of countries?
Yeah, yeah.
So simple. Firstly, we have to understand our country. There are, I think, there is no comparisons in our country and their countries, because we have a lot of population in our country, 135 crores, and uh, there is a religion also and sub caste also. So it's very neat to form one law, that is UCC.
That's
Yeah,
my point. That's my point.
yeah,
You told my point. We can't make a uniform code for all the diversity we have.
yeah.
We have so
No,
much
no, no.
diversity.
I'm saying we need one law, that is
We
called
need one
UCC.
law for different.
Yes,
That
yes,
means diverse
exactly.
country. One
So,
law
so
only.
no, no, no. So for this, our country going to be a huge and huge and in one form.
How can it be? Supreme Court has also suggested many suggestions to government that, but government didn't
Yeah, Supreme Court,
apply them and
Supreme Court,
implemented them.
Supreme Court already said that our UCC is it's a high time to implement UCC.
We
Our
have
Supreme
more
Court.
things. We have unemployment. We have more issues. Why wasting our time in trivial issues like UCC? It is very trivial.
Yes, yes, exactly. I'm saying that we if we are implement this, so we are reduce our time. like in judiciary services and
No. My
unemployment.
question is, we are debating uniform civil code. It will take time. It will take time to form a
No,
code,
if we are
from this,
implement
from
this,
there. If we are wasting,
if we are implement this, so automatically reduce the time or in every sector and judiciary sector and if we are talking about
judiciary
the
is not a sector. Judiciary is not economy. Judiciary is just
judiciary, okay, judiciary, okay, I correct myself, judiciary and many more things, it reduces time. Yeah.
I have my second question for you that Goa has uniform civil code. Okay, there is one
Hmm.
provision in Goa that ensures that Hindu men can marry a wife if she attained age 30 without having a son. How can we describe this as equality? Where is equality, gender equality in this uniform civil code?
Hindu.
Uniform civil code is bad. Hindu men can marry another woman if a woman attained age 30 without having a son.
Mm, so
It is bad. It is not good.
30-second left, guys.
uh, I'm not getting you. If a Hindu man.
Yeah. There is uniform civil code in Goa. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There
Okay.
is a provision that if a lady attained
Mm-hmm.
age 30 and without having a son, she didn't bear a son. Okay. Get my point. Do you get my point? So he
She,
can marry another woman. The husband can marry another woman. Isn't it bad? Immoral,
Time's up.
unethical.
no, it's not like that. If a
Well,
man,
Kabir
yeah,
and Adnan, yeah, time's up.
no, it's my turn to ask the question.
Time's up.
So can I?
No, Kabir, you
Sorry,
can't.
Kabir.
Time up. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I would like to call from my team Doremi and NK, whom you are calling from your team.
Pi, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to send Pi from my team. That's Saurabh.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Doremi. I just wanna ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why this type of personal law always implement on the female? Do you know that if we talk about the UCC, that all the things come upon the female. It doesn't implement on the men. What? Why? What do you say about this?
Because from the past we have seen that the females are considered the lower sections of of the two genders. So female are always seen as a part that their work is just to look after their household and the children, and that's it. That's why there is a gender gap between both of them, no?
That's why
So
we are
it's I don't
implementing.
think this question is related.
Yeah, this question is related to Uniform Civil Code, ma'am. That's why we are going to implement this UCC in our country.
Okay.
Why we implement? Why
You
we
know
are
what?
implementing this kind of thing?
No, I
Because
just wanted to know,
because
like,
yeah.
what do you know about Uniform Civil Code?
Actually,
Just the thing. Okay.
I asked to your question. Can you please reply me?
Which
That's why we
question?
are implementing the. That's why we are implementing this kind of UCC. Otherwise, we should not need that kind of law. Why we are implementing
And
this kind of?
just to prove or just to make the equality between the two sections of the society, what is the need to bring that Uniform Civil Code? We can just bring certain laws, like right to equality is already there in our constitution. We can enforce it more and more. Why what is the need to bring this? It is completely based on religious matters, and because of which there are a lot of riots taking place in our society.
No, ma'am. You said that it is for the religious. That's why, if it is for the religious community. If we talk about that, it is for the female in any other society, in any other religion, because we are oppressing the female. we are implementing any law on the female. Why women give why women in a Muslim they said that talak and women have to live without him. Do you know the Sabano case? Have you got an idea?
Yes, I do have the idea of Shah Banu case and all those
Yeah.
things. But the thing is, if all those things prevail in our society, there is no need to bring uniform civil code. Uniform civil code, that means that entire community of that, not even community, the entire religion, the entire diversity of India will follow the same codes, and which is not possible. How it is possible? If like a Hindu code is already existing in our society, and this code is even not being followed properly, people are not following accordingly, then how can you expect that the uniformity will be brought in the society, that each and every section of the society is going to follow it? It is not going to happen, right? If I even say like there is Hindu Marriage Act, right? According to all those things also, the people are not getting married, they are following their own custom and traditions, so it doesn't prevail. Pai, are you there?
Sorry for that, for network issue. Can you please ask your question? Sorry.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. So I was just okay. So like a Hindu Marriage Act is there, no? So even if it is being followed, it is being implemented in each and every Hindu society, but still we
Yeah.
see that on that religious basis or that code basis, the people are not getting married on the basis of that. So how
People are
can you
getting
expect
married.
that if this uniform civil code will be implemented on entire country, it is going to be followed by each and every sections of the society? It isn't.
If any female of the Hindu, if they feel that they are discriminated, they go to the court and they find their solution. Why it cannot be happen in Muslim community?
The
It
thing
can be
is,
happen because
their problems
people
can be
are not
solved by the courts.
accepting that
There is no
type
need
of
of the government to interfere in their religious matter. It is our right
there
to
is
follow our religion. There is fundamental
actually
rights that we have.
actually Supreme Court has said that government should interfere in
Well,
this matter.
Saurabh,
Okay.
yeah,
Actually,
Saurabh
I
and
was facing
Torini.
that
Okay,
network
no
issue.
issue.
Sorry for that.
You clearly made your points. I think you come across with all that questions and answers which you were expecting from each other. So let's move on to the next participants. NK, whom you are calling.
Yeah, I'm sending ambivert from my side. And what about you?
Okay.
Hello, ambivert, are you there?
So I would like to call Tashi.
Okay.
Tashi, are you there?
Yes, I am here, and I have one
Okay.
question.
Please go on.
Yes, I have one question. That do you really think that uniformity ensures gender equality? Can you hear me?
Can you repeat?
Okay, do you really think that uniformity ensures gender equality?
Yeah, exactly. Indeed, we cannot deny the fact that if this law or some uniform situation comes anywhere, not only this law, so it definitely strengthen the and develop the like gender equality and promote gender equality. And like, what is the meaning of uniform? Uniform means all are equal, so definitely it promotes gender equality. As simple as that.
I don't agree with your thoughts, and I can give you the evidence that the civil code of the uniform civil codes of the Goa has been implemented, and there has been a lot of the oppositions from the Hindu community, and under this code also allow Hindu community to adopt this permissions to adopt the policy. Don't you think it's a discrimination within uniform code?
No, it's not like that. Basically the situation in Goa is like the 65% of the population of Goa is Hindus and the rest are Christians, I think. So there they have may have a conflict among them two both. But in India, many of the states have different religions and different cultures. So there are different kinds of things. So it is necessary
But
in different
still,
kind of
this
states.
court also, I'm saying court also allow Hindu community to adopt the polygamy. Polygamy means that men can have a multiple wives. Do you really think it is a injustice?
Yeah, it's not injustice, but the women are suffering a lot of like the men's are doing some of their choices with their personal in Islam. If the like men do polygamy or something, so they will never punish men, but instead scold the woman or something, punish woman. But it's wrong way, you know. So it is definitely wrong.
But you think be permitted?
Sorry.
And another thing is that Hindu Code Bill, which has been implemented very a long time, right? And it also says that under the Hindu Succession Act, women had not given equal treatment in the matters of the inheritance of the property. Do you really think Hindu court marriage is also the actions of personal law of the Hindu, Buddhist, Sikh, and Jains also? And this is also kinds of the uniform law for all these different personal law also. So do you think the within that bill also there is also discriminatory
Last 30
attitude
seconds,
towards
guys.
the women? So
Sorry, Tashi, I can't get your question. It's too elaborated. But I wanna just ask one
okay,
question. I just wanna ask one question from you. Do you think that personal without uniform civil code or something, the situation in India is mitigated in terms of polygamy and all you are talking about? And if I talk about you, if I
obviously
told you one thing.
obviously India has been practicing that unity in diversity since very long time, and we have been living in the coexisting peacefully without any kinds of the disturbances. Sometimes of course the conflict is happen, but it is the manageable, right? But the thing is that the uniform, if the implemented that uniform civil code, it will destroy the diversity in the country.
Yeah, and not only this, you know, in Supreme Court also the 20% of the cases are related to this only. And if we apply the Uniform Civil Code, so
Time's
in
up, guys.
Supreme Court the
Time's up.
20% burden have lessened, you know.
Yeah, burden, the
Okay.
Supreme Court burden can be
Well,
reduced
Tashi
by
and MB Word, guys, time's up. Okay, so you two were sounding rationally with your own stand and points as you were making it out. Let's move further with our next participants. From my team, I would like to call Khushbu and NK from your team. NK, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So I think Primishi, are you there? I want to send Primishi from our team.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Khushbu, are you? Hello, Khushbu.
Khushbu, are you there?
Hello.
Hello, Khushbu. I have one question to you. I'm audible or not?
Yeah, Premishi, you are. I think
Yes.
Khushbu is not
Hello.
audible.
I'm audible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are
you are,
audible.
Khushbu.
I have
Yes,
a
I'm
question to
audible
you.
right now.
Yeah, you are audible. So, Muslim body against the UCC, why opposite equality?
Okay. So
I have a question.
Okay, Khushbu, you are facing network issue. I'll replace you with Sliko. Sliko, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
My
go
question is,
on with Premishi.
Yes, sir, ask me question.
the Muslim body against the UCC, why oppose equality? What about say?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Muslim body against the UCC. Why oppose equality?
Mm, because they are. Do you mean like Muslims? Why they are against of UCC? Muslim boys.
Not voice. Muslim body. Muslim
Muslim
body.
body.
Like all
Because
community.
at,
All
at,
Muslim community against the UCC. Why oppose equality? My
okay.
question is
Because they are not they are not feeling because mm, the UCC is totally against of the sorry, I can you ask different question?
okay. I have to question why UCC should not be implemented.
Because before before in the earlier time there was no democracy, and the government has not the power to implement these things on the people, and there was no any kind of, because if government take action to implement these UCC, so definitely they will protest against the government. But on that time government was not really interested uh, to go against the people of country. So
Yes,
that was the reason.
I agree with that point because the UCC is that
uh
Indian is a land of a vast culture and
yeah,
diversity, and it is very easy to initiate a communal disharmony and based on religious and social differences. And India witnessed a large scale religious and right after independence in 1947. So how
yeah, that's
can
why. No, before the 1947, the British government was there, so they was not interested to develop our country. They are just interested in making money and making profit. Okay, so that's why they were not able. But after, if I talk about the after 1947, so as we all know, the implementation of any rule, that is not very easy, and the people were not very interested and not very ready to adapt. But nowadays they are adapting, and after the sati pratha, as we all know that now it's sati pratha is totally
Up 30 seconds,
dismissed,
guys.
and no one accepting this sati means. No, all the people are accepting this sati pratha was not good. So these things will need time, and this
well,
will definitely will be implemented.
would be no discriminations and the nation would speak together, the country would emerge with a new force and power, simplify Indian legal system also.
Yeah, after the implementation, it will be the government have to make the people very ready to take this. Uh, to take this implementation in a good way, and they should not against, and if they have any kind of problem and issues,
Time's
so
up.
they can raise, and
Time's
that
up.
will be
Time's up.
implemented and
Okay,
amend this. Yeah.
Well, Sliko and
thank,
Primishi, yeah, it's time's up. Thank you guys, like putting your pivotal questions with each other. So next from my team, I would like to call Khushbu. Khushbu, are you there? Khushbu?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
NK, whom would you
Yeah,
like
I
to call
think
from your team?
we have only one contestant, but he's not available, I guess. Kritin, are you there? He said that he ran out of his network and data. I don't
Okay.
know, but
You might use your helpline.
yes. I can I like send the participant who is being rejected or disqualified in?
No,
or
you
any
cannot
other?
use that.
Okay,
Any
okay.
other you
So
can, yeah.
Debbie, then I understand Debbie. Are you there? Debbie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. I want to send you again. So yeah.
Yeah. So it's like Khushbu. Hi, are you there?
Yes. So yes, I'm here. So, Devi, I would like to ask one question. So now I'm going to inaugurate my question. So here is a lot of the here is a lot of the policy which was imposed by the government, as like Hindu Widow Marriage Act, Married Women Property Act, Hindu Inheritance Act. So why government to not focus on the implementation? If we are reforming any policy over and over, but they are not focused on the implementation, then how we can think like any rule or regulation will help you, because somehow it is going to against of our personal law. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thanks for asking this question. I deem that, religion means creating a faith and harmony between the community. And second is that, what does it mean secular? Secular means, when it come to the law, so they always try to support. And second is like you mentioned a different kind of a law related to Hindu. Yeah, it's okay. But we need a integrity and we need national integrity. So that's why if India have a different kind of a rule and regulation which is governed by the different community as well. Just take example in Karnataka recently, today's example. One Emily opined the bag judgment consider communal. What do you think? This is kind of discrimination, guys. You're talking about the we have equality, we have equality. Discrimination against the community is a good thing. Let me know.
Yes, listen, if your law are not same. Hello, I'm audible?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I would like to say, like, if law are not same, then how you can say it is a sovereign country or it is a secular country? If like, here is a lot of the reform is that if you talk about the Hindu undivided family, so it is based on the Hindu or some some Muslim policies also be there. So how you can say it is a secular country? And yeah, I'm just thinking about the right to equality. We have also have right, it is a fundamental right. Then why you are going to against the sorry, why you are going to support the UCC?
Actually, reason is that just means a different kind of law. It's okay. So my concern is that, like you mentioned, inheritance. After 2005, even the daughter, it's a woman, have a right to take a property from the inheritance of a dad. But when it comes to the Islamic, she is not entitled. She is entitled one by third in some case. But when it comes to the divorce, she has no right to take a consent. What does it mean? Like it is kind of a discrimination, guys. Just follow and take. We need a uniform civil code for integrations and for unity. Without unity, you can't run your home too. There's a need of a consent in their home. If you want to live in one room,
Last 30 seconds, guys.
okay. So my question is that, like,
Yes, I agree with your point. How? So, if you talk about like,
that you have
my
done with
question, wait,
question.
I would like to ask a question.
Sorry,
Karnataka, if you favor, are they implement at the time of hijab? Then,
not a violation. It is kind. You are doing violation here.
yeah, what do you
You just
think about the hijab? Hijab controversy.
you have done with two questions. Now I'm going to ask one question. You have idea
So,
of the school. You have idea of the school. We have a same uniform. Why
okay.
it's so?
Time's
If we
up. Time's up. Time's up. And are you there?
Yes, I am. Through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys for putting your counter questions and answers and replying the statement. So Sam, NK, rest of the audience and the participants, we are through with our session. Isn't it, NK?
Yeah, it was great. And you're a really
Okay.
great co-host, Dhruv. And I really enjoyed the session with you.
Okay. Will take me this formal opportunity for the vote of thanks. I deem it a great honor and pleasure to propose this vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. First and foremost, I thank our flying color participants who, despite their busy schedules, taken out time to prepare themselves and accordingly participated in this debate competition to grace this event. And I also express my heartfelt thanks to the owner, co-owner, and army of admins of the English Aspirants Group for their coordination and support to make this debate successful. The able technical and theoretical guidance from Mr. Sam Verma and Mr. Tanjan Sama has always encouraged us to evolve more better version from the last. I want to thank, last but not the least, my co-host NK, who throughout the session maintained a smooth functioning of this debate. Well, I also would like to thank the distinguished invitees present here, accepting our invitations, calmly being the part of session with evincing interest. Finally, I leave this inspiring quote by Martin Luther King: an individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concern to the broader concern of all humanity. So, at the last, once again, I thank you all for your attention and concern that you are being invited over here for the learning platform of the group, the English Aspirants. Thank you all. So, I would like to